Hello, welcome back to another Pressy HD video. Today we have another Everton career mode episode. Wow, that feels really weird because that's the first ever time I've said that, because this is the first ever post-com episode. Of course, in this episode we do have a slight section of live com in between the two games which are featured today. The first being against Leicester, who really early on were piling pressure on us, really forcing us down back and making our line really struggle, let's be honest. Our defence was under a lot of pressure, and eventually, after all the poles of pressure, it pretty much paid off for Leicester. Powell has a shot, but Drinkwater retains possession in some form, and Ulja, the striker who's on form for them in real life, couldn't quite turn it into the net. But as Powell once again gets onto the ball, he seems to be the core of this Leicester team. Plays it into Esteban Cambiasso. What a legend he was. Hard to believe he used to play for Inter, and as the ball was headed in to the net, it's a pretty simple header really, free header. Howard came out, but he was helpless. I mean, Howard just didn't do anything to prevent that shot from finding its way to the back of the net. And unfortunately, it's 1-0 to Leicester. And that is how it remained until the half-time whistle, where we had to regroup in the second half because we were not going to continue like this, which is against the, of course, it's the first game against the championship champions of last season. Of course, they come into the Premier League with the drive and determination that they want to win their first game, get off the mark with 3 points, get on to a good stage and platform to build onto in the Premier League, and we just could not stop them. Everything they created was excellent. When we finally made some kind of half chance, it ended up smashing the upright, well, the post, and went going back out and being cleared by Leicester. And every chance we made, that one was, of course, with Joel Campbell, our brand new signing for a bargain price of 2.3 million from Arsenal. But it just remained that scoreline. So we unfortunately bow out to Leicester, which isn't such a good result. But now we go over to the live com for the conclusion of the transfer window. So I have received a reply for my Junior Malanda inquiry. 9 million for Junior Malanda. Right, so let's go ahead and offer them 3. Obviously unlikely, but let's just see. I mean, we've got a good transfer budget on our hands now. We've got more than what we started with, simply because I've really sort of, I've been wise with my transfer budget, I think, and now suddenly we are in a much better position than originally. So, Browning, season-long loan to Leeds. Definitely. Player loaned, completed, etc, etc. Right, okay, so Junior Malanda, he's now Strootman now demanding on 20. I just can't do 20. I would really love to get Strootman, but I just can't do it for 20. Oh no, not Gibson. Surely not Gibson. No. Right, Gibson is only 26, so no, not Gibson. Anybody else here who would be able to put into the deal? Not Osman. No, Osman's a legend. I can't sell him. No, I can't sell him. He's a legend. There's literally nobody in my team who I feel like Alcaraz. Just put that down. Come on, Roma. That's an extra player in the deal. Yes, Kevin Strootman. Oh my God, he would be absolutely insane in our team. It would literally take every little bit of transfer budget I have out of me. But he would be insane, and there's no denying that that's a pretty awesome price. Kevin Strootman, I am still slightly in doubt of whether to accept it. But I think, in my opinion, that's a pretty good deal. 81 rated central midfielder. He's pretty much our best signing we've made. 15 million. Yes. So McCarthy hopefully will grow. Hopefully he'll get good. Strootman, if we can find him. There he is. Jeez, we've got a small squad. Strootman is awesome. Look at this kid. Oh my God. Look at his stats. Seriously, look at them. Jumping is like bronze, and then except for that, volleys is bronze. Ignore the goalkeeper stats, obviously. He's got 2 bronze stats. The rest of them are either yellow or flipping green, which is just immense. Strootman drops straight in over Osman. Sorry, Osman, you're the oldest man there, and you're not going to be playing. Barry drops onto the bench purely because Strootman is definitely... so Strootman is definitely our better player. Now, McCarthy, despite being slightly lower than Barry, McCarthy will grow, hopefully, to a good rating. Matty remains there. That is a pretty awesome lineup, in my opinion. We've really sort of handled the way that we've done it well, in my opinion, and we're still left with a decent 1.8 million and £20,000 on the wage. I don't think we'll be getting anyone else now, unless there's a massive shock. But I think that's pretty awesome. Strootman from Roma. Right, let's see. Final scout report on Balanda. How good is he then? What is his rating? 73. Okay, that's not that bad, but I think we got the better player there, for definite. For the upcoming match, John Stones wants to play. Okay, right. I will be going into this match, and I think that's it for the live commentaries. I am so sorry. I don't want to end them either. But in January, they will return for the transfer window, and I have in mind who I want for January. Hopefully by then, I've been able to manage to scrap some funds out of my club. But of course, so far, I can't really do much about that because I'm not trustworthy enough yet, as EA says. But anyway, let's get into this game against Arsenal. It's a massive one. Oh, we just got Kevin Strootman, baby. What a signing that'll turn out to be. And trust me, I do not regret it. And that's a bit of a spoiler for future episodes, but I do not. And you might not be able to see that as much in the highlights, but trust me, Kevin Strootman is a class E player. He's one of them players that I really like. A good distributor of the ball. He'll work really hard, but never really get noticed, never really get man of the match, but he'll do his job every game. The same way that Lukaku does here, as he runs through in the 30th minute against Arsenal. The technique which is so effective in FIFA. If you get past their first line of defence, then you will get past their second, third and fourth with no problem whatsoever. As long as you've got the pace and the power engine that Lukaku does have, the players like Mertesacker will not catch up with you. And as Baines whips in a corner, another opportunity. This time it fell to the young centre-back John Stones, who here plays the ball into Bittencourt. Not much seems to be on until that is McCarthy picks up the ball in the centre of midfield. He hits one. And what on earth happened there? It was like Frank Lampard-esque. And the ball is eventually cleared to safety by Arsenal. No goal line technology came up, unfortunately. Surely that was a lot more closer to the goal than the Real Madrid opportunity that featured in our previous episode. But wow, what a chance from from McCarthy. And unfortunately, it couldn't quite go into the back of the net. What a finish that would have been. And we do go in at half-time, 1-0 up this time. So a better start against Arsenal than it was against the likes of Leicester City, which was such a bad game. But as Christian Atsu turns in and out, he finds Lukaku with a beautiful lob over the defence. Lukaku found his way in between the defenders and managed to hit home with a fabulous shot, which just matched the quality of Atsu's lobbed through ball. What a brilliant lofted pass that was. He just weighted it perfectly behind Mertesacker and Koscielny, and Lukaku did the rest. It was still a hard shot to finish, but he did it with explicit qualities. And Joel Campbell, of course, wanting to prove himself against the club which never gave him chance. We here at Everton want to give him the chance at club level, which he's never really had, and he almost managed to score there. He beat the line of defence again, making the Arsenal player fall over in the process, and at 2-0, Giroud breaks away, the French striker for Arsenal. He cuts back, weaves in and out my defenders, somehow manages to find a way through. He's broke past our defence, but the through ball just isn't good enough, and Howard manages to direct the ball away from our penalty area. But back forward, into the 18th minute. Sanchez manages to weave in and out, but then ends up going backwards and leaves Arsenal vulnerable as 3-0. The only line of defence is the keeper now, and Arsenal, terrible defending by them. Everybody pushed up on an all-out attack, a sort of style of play, and we just exploited that with great clinical finishing from Lukaku. It was all the work of the player who tackled Sanchez. Sorry, I didn't see who that was. But again, as the ball is played into Mertesacker, it's a great diving save by Howard. And Arsenal yet again retain possession with Debuchy, just trying to scrape out all their last bits of energy from the pot, trying to maybe just get one goal. But as Stones clears it to Barkley, Barkley heads it over, I didn't even realise. But once again, Arsenal just left vulnerable on the counter, nobody back. Terrible defending by them. And even when Naismith took one touch too many, even the goalkeeper couldn't react and take full advantage of it. Barkley and Naismith, they're pushing each other, bit of banter between them. And even when the Naismith took one touch too many, the Arsenal defence couldn't do anything about it, especially being Chesney there. And that is the way that the match ends. Really, that game was 2-2. 2-0, just as Arsenal pushed up. They were left open at the back. We exploited that and we took advantage with full domination, and that will bring this episode to an end. If you want to see another episode tonight, make sure you smash that like button. If we can reach 5 likes, I'm sure that's easy for you guys, then I will get the next episode of Career Mode up later today. Make sure you get that right here, right now, and I will see you next time.